I just want you to really focus on the good of this transition and maybe possible steps that can lead you further for the future. And to do that, we kind of have to be comfy in our skin. So no matter what type of energy you're feeling today, I want you to begin by lying down on your back. So you can be, have bent knees with knees tented if it's a little more comfy for the low back. Otherwise, finding that nice lying down position and begin to settle into this place right here, right now, on your mat, or you can be on a carpet, and settling in. So I want you to first notice your overall energy, the breath, the body, and knowing that wherever we are, it's okay. Changes sometimes aren't comfortable, and just honoring exactly where you are. Not trying to change anything or force anything, just feeling very supported by the earth below you. And if the mind is a little busy, if it's thoughts are intruding, not getting frustrated. That's what minds do. They organize, they sort, they judge. So just letting everything pass by. I want you to center, find your center. So using your breath as a tool to let go of everything that isn't in this moment, right here, right now. Breathing in through the nose. Notice the smell, the temperature. Feel the air rush through the back of the throat, and then first feeling the expansion at the bottom of the belly, filling up through the ribs and the chest. At the top of the lungs, you'll feel the breath turn, and then feel the air release from the bottom of the belly, and gradually work your way up the lungs, through the throat, and through the nose. And how did this deep belly breath feel? Have you took a deep breath yet today? If there's uncomfortable areas in the body, I want you to picture your breath expanding to those tense areas. And with every exhale, imagine yourself melting in towards the earth, feeling very supported, letting go of all that natural resistance, all that engagement in the body. With your next inhale, I want you to fill up the belly, the ribs, the chest. Then open the mouth, sigh it out, and let the body relax at the same time. 4 more breaths, just like that. Open the mouth, let it go. 3 more. 2. Last breath. Letting go of anything you're holding on to that doesn't need to be here. And then with your next inhale, I want you to shift your focus and start to set your intention. So you can place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. We all have different desires, different wants, different needs. So drawing in whatever you want to receive. Maybe it's abundance, healing relationships. It could be more love for yourself, health, vitality, courage, stepping out of your comfort zone, maybe taking up space, using your voice. Whatever this intention is, I want you to feel it, believe it, and trust it. It's our responsibility to plant these seeds, and the hardest part is believing that you deserve it, which you do, and the universe supports you. Sometimes we are our own worst critics. So trusting, feeling, believing. And then we're going to do 1 deep, deep sending breath before we continue some movement. With your next inhale, breathe in through the nose, fill up through the belly, the ribs, the chest. Pause at the top, then open the mouth, sigh it out loud and clear. And then I want you to bring some movement into the body. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, stretch overhead. And then rock and roll forward, coming in towards a seated position. And sitting comfortably. And to let go of any remaining energy, some pranayama. We're gonna do breath of fire. So you can have your arms in ego eradicator, which is fingers curled in, thumbs pointing up, shoulder blades rolled back, crown of the head's reaching up towards the sky, and staying in this position. Otherwise, you can have one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. And breath of fire is a forceful breath. So with every inhale, we're gonna forcefully expand the belly, and with every exhale, we're gonna contract the belly. And you're gonna notice this allows heat to rise in the body. This is one of my favorite breathing experiences to feel something a little different. So, finding your comfortable seated position. To begin, take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. And breath of fire can be very fast or it can be slow, going at your own pace. And we're going to continue for 3 full minutes. So it's a forceful breath, still breathing in and out through the nose. You'll notice if your arms are lifted, they're going to want to lower, but using the force and the power of the body to keep them lifted. You're going to notice energy flowing through the body with the breath flowing into the cells. Number 1, heat. Heat will arise. If you find the back body rounding, chest is reaching forward, shoulder blades still rolled down the back body, continuing to breathe. There might be some resistance in the mind, but just focus on the body, coordinating that breath, pushing the belly out, expanding, contracting the belly in as you exhale. You might start to begin to feel lightheaded. That is completely normal. Embracing the experience, still flowing with the breath. Keeping those arms lifted. We got about another minute. Keep pushing through, keep powering through, keep those arms lifted as the body wants to tire. Keep reaching, breathing. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in and at the same time reach those thumbs over your head. Expand your fingertips. Exhale, gently lower those hands by your side. And notice the energy flowing through the body. Notice the physical sensations, just taking a moment. Find your natural breath. You might feel tingling through the entire body. Notice the clarity of the mind. With your next inhale, I want you to slowly reach those arms all the way overhead. And then exhale, bring your right hand towards that right knee, left hand behind the sit bones. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, finding a gentle twist. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twisting a little deeper. Last breath. With that next breath in, arms reach back up towards the sky. Exhale, right hand comes behind the sit bone, nice and close, left hand towards your right knee. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist, gazing towards that right shoulder. Chin's lifted, not rounding through the back body. 2 more breaths. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twist a little deeper and soften. Last breath. Inhale, come back through center, and then right away gently roll onto hands and knees. Spread your knees nice and wide. 2 big toes together, sit bones come back towards the feet. Walk your hands out in front of you and rest your forehead here. Begin to elongate through the entire torso, making sure you're comfortable here. 5 deep breaths in your child's pose. Inhale, expanding through the back body. And as you exhale, notice the sensation of your chest melting a little closer towards the earth. Letting go of all engagement. You can have a block below your chest for a little bit of support here. Your heart's above the head, so this is invigorating for the body. Softening as much as you can with this last breath out. Maybe you can walk your fingertips a little closer towards that top edge of the mat, creating a little bit more length from the pelvis all the way towards the fingertips. And then I want you to very gently lift your gaze. Walk both hands towards the right side of the mat. Drop your forehead back towards the earth and take 3 breaths in towards the whole left side of the body. So really notice anchoring down through that left hip, and you can push down through that left hand to get more length through the whole left side of the body. Direct your breath into the bottom of the lung, feeling the expansion with every breath in, and softening and melting with every breath out. Take 1 more breath. Gently lift your gaze. Walk your hands all the way to the left side of the mat. Drop your forehead. Again, reach that right hip down, and you can push your right hand down to get more intense or intentional, a more intentional stretch in that side of the body. Take 2 more deep breaths in towards the bottom of the right lung. Making sure you're not resisting through the face, the mouth, the jaw. Let it all go. With your next inhale, gently lift your gaze. Walk your hands back through center. I want you to come up and towards your tabletop position. Wrists below the shoulders, knees are below the hips, and 5 rounds of cat-cow tilts just to warm up the back body and begin to cultivate your breath with the movement. So find your core engagement, not dipping the belly. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and notice what it feels like in a nice stable tabletop. Check that your feet are in line with your knees here. Eyes of the elbows are towards each other, and the piece between your peace fingers should be facing forward. So then you have a nice, perfect tabletop pose on all 4s. From here, take a breath through center, rooting down through all parts of the palms. As you exhale, picture pushing the earth away from you and round through the back body. Inhale, dip the belly, open through the heart, begin to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, tuck the chin and round. I want you to do 4 more rounds of these cat-cow tilts, moving at the speed of your breath. So with every inhale, you're dipping the belly, opening through the heart. With the exhale, you're tucking the chin and round through the back body. And begin to explore here. Notice the areas that are holding a little bit more tension. Feel free to shift forward and backward in either pose, creating that nice flexible spine and beginning to move with the breath. And taking all the time you need here, letting go of all that tension in the back body. After that last round, make your way in towards your very first downward facing dog. So if you know down dog, walk your hands forward, tuck the toes, sit bones up towards the sky. If you don't know down dog, walk your hands about a hand's distance forward, eyes of the elbows towards each other. Stay really broad in the shoulders and the arms. We don't want to bend the elbows or else it becomes a high plank with a booty pop. And it'll never, ever, ever, ever be restful. We want to have that nice elongated torso. So tuck your toes, lean all the way back. Begin to find that nice long spine. Then root down through the feet. Begin to lift your sit bones up towards the sky with a deep bend in the knees, and then eventually lengthen through the legs if you have the space. And breathe here for 5 deep, deep belly breaths. With every inhale, lengthening through the spine. And with every exhale, melting, your chest is dipping a little closer towards the thighs. Gaze is between the thighs, so you have a nice, soft, long neck. Not judging how high the heels are lifted, and if it's really uncomfortable in the hamstrings and you find yourself rounding forward, put a deep bend in the knees so you get that nice flat back. As you progress in my classes, down dog becomes a resting pose, so just noticing how you feel here. Today we'll be going through a moon salute, so there's not going to be too much down dogs. It's more hip opening side to side. After that last breath, I want you to very, very gently walk your hands all the way back to meet your feet. Feet are hip width apart. Inhale for a half lift, create a nice flat back. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forward. So again, have a micro bend in the knees here if this is a little much for the body. I want you to find a ragdoll hang and lose all engagement in the back of the neck. So you can shift the torso side to side. Move any which way that your body's calling you to. Maybe bend one knee, then the other. It's disconnection from the body when I think real problems start to arise. So really tuning into you here. Melting with every single breath out. Letting go of even more resistance. Maybe there's stuff you're holding on to that you didn't even know you were. Release your elbows. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time all the way until standing. And finish with a nice shoulder roll down the back body. And then I want you to turn sideways on your mat or turn your mat sideways. So it'll be facing me. We're going to go left to right and then back to left for our full moon salute today that I'm going to guide you through. So beginning on the left side of the mat, feet are hip width apart, rooting down evenly through all parts of the feet. So picture shins forward, thighs back, scoop the tailbone, shoulder blades are rolled back, palms slightly face forward. Strong Tadasana or mountain pose. Inhale, expand. Feeling that inner body bright, exhale. With your next inhale, swoop your arms overhead. As you exhale, side bend towards the left. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, rise. As you exhale, root down through your left foot and step wide in towards a star position. From here, point your toes out, heels come in. Get ready to dip in towards that goddess squat. So take another breath here. As you exhale, put a deep, deep bend in the knees, lower down. So pelvis is reaching forward, knees are in line with the feet. Arms are cactus style, shoulder blades are rolled back. Inhale, expand, chest is reaching forward. Exhale, sink a little deeper in towards your goddess squat. Inhale, rise back to your star. Pivot your back foot so it matches that left side of the mat. Front foot points forward. Shoulder blades are rolled back. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, hinge all the way forward and then fold in towards triangle or trikonasana. So picture rolling that left shoulder back. You can have a block here, slight bend in this front knee if this is too much. And imagine reaching for an imaginary star. Take one more breath. And then with your next inhale, rise back up. Bring your hands to the hips. I want you to put all your weight on your front foot, pivot forward, and take a slight step forward, preparing for pyramid pose. Widen your stance if you need to. Both legs are straight, hips are faced towards that back of the mat, or front of the mat. Shoulder blades are rolled back. Take a deep breath in, lengthen through the spine, and then as you exhale, hinge the hips, folding over that front leg. So you can have a block or anything here for support. You can also have a micro bend in this front knee if this hamstring's screaming at you. To go deeper, widen your stance, maybe walk those hands back towards that back foot. And stay here for 3 breaths. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, deepening. 2 more. So what I love about a moon salute is we're doing a full circle on our mat. You're going to notice that we'll go down in the poses and come back up and then make our way back to where we were. So with your next inhale, I want you to bring your fingertips towards the earth, micro bend in your front knee, drop your left knee towards the earth. Low lunge. Make sure that front knee is directly over the ankle. Feeling sturdy in your core, inhale, arms reach up towards the sky. Exhale, back bend, open through the heart. Inhale, back through center. As you exhale, I want you to bring both hands to the inside of that front foot. From here, pivoting in towards a side squat. So tuck your back toe, knee lifts, pivot on towards your heel. You can lift the heel or have your foot planted. Finding some balance, feeling a deep stretch through that left leg. Bring your hands to the heart for 1 breath. Take 1 more breath. Exhale, hands come to the mat. We're gonna root that left foot down, walk your hands all the way forward to meet your left foot and pivot in towards that low lunge, opposite side. Drop your right knee down, left knee is over the ankle. Find that comfortable low lunge, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, gentle back bend. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, lower your hands to frame your front foot. Tuck your back toe and take a step forward. You can stay here for your Parsvottanasana or come all the way to standing, realign your stance. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, shoulder blades are rolled back. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward. You can stay here or deepen in your pyramid pose. 2 more deep breaths. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, deepening, melting closer towards that left leg. And then, micro bend in that front knee. I want you to pivot your back foot and open your stance here. Again, you can have a block here for support. I want you to straighten through that front leg if it's possible. Otherwise, a micro bend is okay. Place your left hand on either side of that shin, and then inhale, right arm reaches straight up towards the sky for triangle pose. Take another breath, imagine reaching for that imaginary star. Put a micro bend in that front knee. Inhale to rise up so you don't get lightheaded. Star pose, and then pivot your feet out. Find that prep for your goddess squat. With your next breath out, dip it low. Take 1 more breath, sinking a little lower. Inhale, rise. This time root down through your right foot. Take a step towards the right of the mat. Inhale, arms reach up towards the sky, halfway down. Exhale, side bend towards the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, step wide, star pose, toes out, heels in. Exhale, sink it low, goddess squat. 1 more breath. A little deeper. Inhale, reach up back to star. This time pivot your right foot so it matches that back edge of the mat. Left foot points forward, shoulder blades are rolled back. Inhale, lengthen, gazes over those left fingertips. Exhale, hinge forward, fold, triangle or trikonasana. You can keep this right arm lifted or bring it to the hip if it's too much for the shoulder. Take one more breath. Inhale, rise back up. Bring the hands to the hips. Take a step forward, replant your right foot so both legs or feet are pointed towards that back edge of the mat. Hips are square, shoulder blades are rolled back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. You can stay here or deepen in towards your part as well. 3 breaths. 2 more. Last breath. Inhale, lift your spine, put a bend in both knees and drop your right knee towards the earth. Left knee is over the ankle. Feeling grounded through your footing, engage your core, take a deep breath in, rise up towards that low lunge. Exhale, open through the heart, not compressing the back body. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower your hands, but bring both hands to the inside of your left foot. Tuck your right toes under, knee lifts, and pivot sideways. Again, either reaching the heel down or the whole foot can be lower down. Hands come to heart for 1 breath, Yogi side squat. Bring the fingertips back towards the mat, shifting forward, low lunge, facing back of the mat. Drop that left knee down. Knees over the ankle, check your alignment. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, open through the heart. Inhale through center. Exhale, swoop your hands, frame that front foot. Tuck your back toe, take that slight step forward. You can come all the way to standing here if it's too much to go into Parswo from there. Hips are parallel towards the top edge of the mat. Shoulder blades rolled back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge and fold. Stay here, 2 more deep breaths. From here, lift your spine, place that right hand on either side of that foot, open that left foot. Inhale, left arm reaches up towards the sky, triangle pose or trikonasana, reaching for that imaginary star. Neck is nice and long. With your next inhale, micro bend in that front knee, rise up. Goddess squat last time, so toes out, heels in. Exhale, sink it low and towards that goddess squat. Take 2 more breaths here. Pelvis is reaching forward, shoulder blades are rolled back. Feeling the fire through the legs. With your next inhale, rise. Root down through that left foot. Micro bend in the knee, take the step towards the left of the mat. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, side bend towards the left. Inhale, rise. Exhale to the right. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, bring those hands to the heart. Feeling that heartbeat in your chest. Feeling accomplished for doing a full moon salute, honoring our mother moon. And just to show you the difference between the masculine sun salute and the moon salute, we'll do a sun salute. So take 1 more breath, equal inhale, equal exhale, and release those hands. I want you to turn towards the top edge of the mat. Walk all the way forward. Find your nice strong Tadasana. Shoulder blades are rolled back, palms slightly face forward. Inhale, arms reach up towards the sky. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, leading with the heart. Inhale towards your half lift, create your nice flat back. Fingertips can be towards the shin or towards the earth. Then I want you to exhale, lower those hands to the mat. Step back in towards your high plank. Take a breath. From here, you always have knee down option. Exhale, lower down, hug the elbows into the ribs. And then come all the way towards the belly here. So Flip your toes so the tops of the feet root in towards the earth. Wrists are directly below the shoulders. I want you to root your pubic bone and pelvis in towards the earth to protect the low back. Wrists are directly below your shoulder blades are rolled back, and picture your neck an extension of the spine here. So inhale, gently peel the upper body off the earth. Exhale, gently lower down. 2 more just like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift last time. And then I want you to very gently exhale, lower down. Make pillow hands, rest your forehead, and just breathe into the back body. Tuning into the physical sensation in the body. Finding that equal inhale, equal exhale. Then gently bring those hands directly below the shoulders. Tuck your toes, push yourself up and towards a table. Walk your knees out and come in towards a child's pose. So hands come out in front of you, rest your forehead again. But this time in your child's pose, I want you to bend your elbows and bring prayer hands behind the skull. And just stay here for a moment. So whenever I have heightened energy, I drank too much coffee today. Moving the body is one of my favorite ways to clear the mind. Tune back into myself. Gently bring those hands back to the mat. I want you to walk your hands in towards the body. Roll over the sit bones, bring those legs out in front of you. And 1 round of Navasana, because core work is so important, and especially around full moons, maybe we need to work on our courage a little bit, and that's what the 3rd chakra is all about. So for boat, we're going to move with the breath today. Bring those shins parallel towards the earth. Shoulder blades are rolled back. You can stay here and little movements. Otherwise, trying to straighten the legs and lean back as we inhale. So release the legs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And then bring those feet towards the mat. Rest the belly between the thighs. Take 1 breath into the back body. Bring those hands underneath the knee creases. Use your core. Scoot yourself forward if you need to, and then gently lower all the way down towards the back body. And right away, just hug the knees in towards the chest. Rock side to side. Give the knees a squeeze. You might feel a nice massage in places that need a little love. And then planting your left foot below the sit bones. I want you to place the outside edge of that right foot on towards your left knee. So this is a deep hip stretch here. If this is enough for you, staying here, pushing the knee away, stay here. Otherwise, to go deeper, use your hands, grab the back of that left thigh. You can also wrap the hands around the left shin if it's a little more intense for you, if that's what you need. Make sure the back of the skull is rooted in towards the earth. Same with the shoulders, feeling very grounded. Keep your right foot flexed to protect that knee joint on the right side of the body. We carry a lot of tension in the pelvis and the hips. 5 deep, deep belly breaths in towards that right side. Make sure you're not resisting in the face, the mouth, the jaw. Not transferring tension from the pelvis upward. We want to let it go. Noticing things that arise. Could be stuff we've tucked under the carpet for a little while. But not getting carried away with the daydream of it. Just letting that thought pass by. I want you to gently lower that left foot towards the mat. Keep your right foot on towards that left knee, and then just move your arms out of the way. Drop both legs over towards the right side of the mat. You can lift that left arm overhead and take 3 breaths in towards that whole left side of the body. Softening here with every breath out. Bring your arm back down, slowly lift your legs. Unravel, give both knees a squeeze just to realign the back body. Then placing your right foot below the sit bone, the outside edge of that left foot on towards your right knee. You can stay here, pushing the left knee away. If you want to go deeper, grab the back of that right thigh. You can use your left elbow to push in towards that left knee. Maybe grabbing the top of that right shin and breathe. Rooting the back of the skull down, shoulder blades aren't lifted. Creating space in towards the left hip. You might feel it in the groin. Don't allow the back body to lift. I want you to take 4 more deep, deep belly breaths on this side. So with your inhale, you're directing your breath into the discomfort. And with your exhale, you're softening. I think that's what yoga really is. It's just being able to breathe into the body. We are yoga. We just do these exercises to come back to ourselves. Not resisting in the face, the mouth, the jaw. With that 5th exhale, gently lower that right foot back towards the mat. Move your arms out of the way. Drop both knees over towards that left side of the mat. And again, you can reach that right arm overhead. Take 3 breaths in towards that whole right side of the body. Melting with every breath out, let it go. And then with that next breath in, I want you to very gently come back through center. Unravel, give your knees a squeeze, a little rock side to side. Preparing for our inversion of the practice. Placing those feet directly below the sit bone so your knees are right above the ankles. You can touch the back of your heels with your middle finger, and that's usually a good little judge. Back of the skull is rooted back in towards the earth. Arms are firmly placed by your sides. And from here, we're going to root down through the feet. All parts of the feet are grounded evenly. And inhale, lift your pelvis as high to the sky as you can. Picture squeezing an imaginary block between your thighs here. And I want you to really work at engaging the lumbar spine and the quads here. Try to get the glutes out of the equation. Sometimes give my bum a little poke just to make sure. 5 breaths, noticing that extra blood flow to the brain. And the best part about bridge pose is taking all the time you need to lower down 1 vertebrae at a time. So shimmy the shoulders back out, gently lower down 1 vertebrae. And then for a counter pose, you can either do windshield wipers with the knees, just to let that go through the back body, or give those knees a squeeze in towards the chest. And then very gently bringing both knees parallel towards the earth. I want you to use your right hand, take both knees to the right side of the mat. Reposition yourself on that right hip. You might scoot your bum over to the left just a little, and then try to anchor that left shoulder down. Play around with palm facing up versus palm facing down. And we're going to be in this supine twist for about a minute. So not trying to force anything or change anything, except softening. feeling very supported by the earth below you. With every inhale, you're expanding the breath into the bottom of the belly. And with every exhale, you're feeling that gentle pull of tug-of-war each way, creating that nice twist in the spine. Make sure you're not resisting in the face, the mouth, the jaw. Tuning into maybe some emotions that have surfaced during this practice. It's normal to feel things and let things go. I usually shed a tear in a Shavasana. But that's the beauty of it. I would rather feel it and let it go than hold on to it and become a ticking time bomb and having it explode one day. So I want you to take 5 more deep breaths into the bottom of the belly here. Finding that sense of relaxation. With your next inhale, very gently and slowly lift your gaze, followed by the knees. Give both knees a gentle little squeeze, nice little rock side to side. Then bringing the shins parallel towards the earth again, use your left hand, drape both knees to the left, scoot your booty to the right just a little, and then hold your right knee down with that left hand. Reach that right arm out towards the side, palm facing up or palm facing down. And there could be a difference between the sides of the body. That's completely normal. Breathing into the bottom of the belly, not resisting anywhere, just feeling very supported. With every inhale, you're expanding. And with every exhale, you're feeling that gentle pull of tug-of-war and softening. And twisting at the end of a practice is wonderful for balancing the equilibrium of the nervous system. Cleans the organs and the digestive system. Letting go of all that natural tension. Softening. 5 more deep, deep belly breaths. With your next inhale, slowly lift your gaze, followed by the knees. Give your knees a squeeze, maybe a little rock side to side. Doing any little movement that your body is calling you to do before we lie down in a corpse pose, preparing for a Shavasana. So Shavasana is one of my favorite poses. I think it's everybody's favorite pose. And sometimes I think it can be the hardest pose, being able to actually surrender. So I want you to find your comfy position, grab any warmer clothing or anything that you need for comfort. I'm gonna guide us through a nice Yoga Nidra, and I will time it so you'll have some time for you to embrace this beautiful sensation, the rewards of all your efforts this past little while. Palms facing up for receiving, palms face down if you feel like you need grounding. Having support if you need to. And relaxing first your feet. Let them just fall out towards the side. Relax your ankles. Soften through the shins, the calves. Relax the knees. Softening through the thighs. Notice where the legs connect. Relax the groin, the sit bones, the entire pelvis. Let the whole lower half of the body feel heavy, supported. Relax the entire back body, the parts that touch the ground and the parts that don't. Relax the entire torso, your belly, the ribs, the chest. Find that organic breath, not gasping for air. Relax your shoulders evenly and towards the earth. And then soften your arms, the forearms. Relax your hands. Let the fingers curl in wherever they are. Root the back of the neck down, or the skull down, and soften through the back of the neck and the throat. Maybe rock your head side to side, letting go of any remaining resistance. Soft through the scalp, the ears. Relax your face. Soft through the mouth, the jaw. Relax the inner and outer corners of your eyes. That space between the eyebrows. And last but not least, relax your mind. And if you find yourself drifting during this Shavasana experience, come back to your body. Dismiss the thoughts. Come back to your senses. What do you see in your eyelids? What do you feel? Do you feel your heart beating in your chest? Your breath, your life force? Shavasana is a perfect time to come back to you. So letting go of everything for this next little while. Reaping in the benefits of just being. more time to embrace your Shavasana experience, feel free. Otherwise, begin to bring that awareness back in towards the body. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Maybe a stretch overhead or hug your knees in towards the chest. And then very, very gradually make your way onto the right side of the body. This is accommodating for the heart center. Your heart's lifted. So it has easier flowing energy through the body. If you're ever tired, you can lay on the left side and your heart will pump a little harder, giving you a little bit more energy flow through the body. Let everything come back to you from that experience, and when you feel ready, push your left palm in towards the earth and lift yourself up and towards a gentle seated position. And setting up a brief state of observation, as we always do. I so miss you guys in my studio classes. So just really tuning in here how you feel post-practice. Notice how you feel after connecting your breath with your body and dismissing the workings of the mind. It's simple. We are yoga. Notice if anything arose during this practice, tuning into you. Any feelings, vibrations, energy. Maybe you let something go. Take a deep breath in through the nose, fill up through the belly, the ribs, the chest, sealing this practice. Then open the mouth, sigh it out loud and clear. With your next inhale, flutter open your beautiful eyes. Bring those hands to the heart. May this practice bring clarity of thought, sweetness of speech, and openness of heart from my heart to yours. Namaste. And I already picked an angel card for today, but I figured I'll pick another one just specifically for this class. So the message for this lovely full moon evening Cupid. We send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. Allow yourself to spontaneously celebrate love in all of its glorious aspects. This card comes to you because the angels see your desire for romance. Instead of fixing the externals in your love life, they assist you internally. The angels say that romance springs from falling in love with life itself. How true is that? When you let the angels awaken this love within you, you naturally attract and experience more romantic love in your relationships. Additional meanings for this card: surround yourself with romantic beauty such as roses and candles. Give any emotional hurt to the angels. Ask Archangel Michael to help you release any painful attachments or previous or current lovers. Clearly decide what you desire in your life. Affirm, it is safe for me to love and be loved. Well, I think that's a beautiful message for a full moon. Focus on love, not fear. And I think we all need a little reminder of that in our new day and age, or how this shift is turning out. So happy full moon from my heart to yours. Love you, miss you. Mwah. Bye.